have contractions everywhere besides where they need. So, baby, you just won't let me be great. Like, he said no. No, I need all the attention. This video is not important. Well, listen, it's important to me.
My labor and delivery experience was like a roller coaster, okay?
It started off like this. Let's take a look.
So guys, guess what? It is induction day. I'm getting inducted today. I'm nervous. Not excited, but I am excited, so yeah.
Alright, so I'm here. My IV is, well, they haven't started my IV, but they put it in. But I think I will be once them contractions start. And they have baby hooked up to this monitor, monitoring his heart rate. So, and I have my friend here with me. I tried to be cute to my edges and put some mascara on.
We are having a baby.
This thing hurts. Like where they put it.
They put it right in your tattoo.
Right next to it. But it's just like on the side. Like, why didn't put it in my hand? I would rather it been in my hand. And the thing hurt. Are you playing with the thing?
Yeah. Let's watch
But
something.
they haven't put in any, like, I'm gonna get the Pitocin eventually. I am strep B positive, so I do have to get an antibiotic first, but right now I'm just chilling. And so y'all, tell me why they bought me a whole tray. First of all, when they came in here, I thought that I was about to get some good food, right? And tell me why they bought me all clear liquid. So I got a Sprite, right? I have, what's this, unsweetened tea? Is this tea?
Unsweetened.
It's unsweetened? It said that on there?
Mm-hmm.
Unsweetened tea, and some broth. I thought this was soup, like, but it's only chicken broth. Lemonade, Jello, water, like, and apple juice.
All liquid.
All liquids.
Except the Jello, which is orange. They should at least give you clear Jello.
By the time you put it in your mouth, it's gonna dissolve. I guess they say you ain't eating a day.
Yeah.
And they give me some utensils like I was about to have a full course meal.
She could drink everything.
This is a mess. Oh, goodness.
What cup is it?
When my labor first started, it was smooth sailing. We were good. We were chilling. And then everything just went like, you. So then I stopped recording because it was just too much.
It was a lot. It was a lot. It's a lot.
A week prior to me giving birth, I was scheduled to be induced. Now, we all know that I had a lot of issues throughout this pregnancy, so I wasn't shocked when they said they wanted to induce me at 39 weeks. However, I was a little scared because I did hear a lot of horrible things about getting induced. And the main things I've heard was, oh, I was in labor for 24 to 48 hours. I wasn't able to take. Well, as you can see, I was kind of excited, nervous. I wasn't sure if my child was going to come that night or the following day. I go inside the hospital and they do the normal things they do, get you registered, take you back. No, I didn't have to go to triage. They took me back to the labor and delivery room, asked me a bunch of questions about myself and made me change, and everything was smooth sailing. When I tell you I was in there like chilling, I was chilling.
It's real, y'all. It's really real. I'm about to have a baby.
Stop standing. Stop saying it.
Sorry.
Scare me.
Oh, don't be scared. No. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Now, mind you, labor didn't get started when I first arrived because I was strep B positive, meaning that I needed antibiotics prior to them starting my labor with the Pitocin. I've never been strep B positive before. I didn't know what to expect. With my first child, I was good, so I didn't, They get my IV started, and they start giving me penicillin every 4 hours. Now, just to be clear, I ate before I got to the hospital. Once I got there, during these rounds of the penicillin they were giving me, I was on a liquid diet, so I could not eat anymore. So if you guys are scheduled for induction, just make sure you eat before you get there, because once I arrived, I was no longer allowed to eat. So they gave me the penicillin every 4 hours, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, that burns. Like, I felt my entire arm on fire.
To me, I was like, this is not cute. This is not cute.
Prior to them giving me the penicillin, mind you, I probably had been there. I got there at 9 a.m. and they gave me 2 rounds of penicillin. So that means I was there for a full 8 hours. So I guess around 4 or 5 o'clock, the doctor came in to check me to see if I had dilated any. So she sticks her little finger all the way up. God knows, I don't know where it was, but it hurt so bad. And I was only like a half centimeter dilated. So I'm like, now mind you, throughout this entire pregnancy, I was active. I was walking. I worked up into the freaking last day. Like, I was so surprised. So I'm like, okay. So they decided, okay, so now we're gonna start the Pitocin. When I first got the Pitocin, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't feel it. Like, I felt like, I don't know. I wasn't feeling the contractions. They kept telling me, like, your contractions are like every 1 to 2 minutes. And I was just like, really? Because I don't feel anything. Not a thing. So I'm thinking like, oh, we good. Lies. A few hours after that, I felt the contractions start to pick up.
I know. It does, but you gotta find it. When you feel it build up, deep breath. When you feel it hit, that's when you blow it all out. They don't feel like it deep up. It's just a tight feeling. It's tense in your body. That's when you take that deep breath. When you feel the tension, deep breath in, and then blow it all out.
And by that point, it was really strong. So I decided to get an epidural. I was like, call an anesthesiologist right now because I know how this goes. Once you wait, the anesthesiologist is busy. And now you just have to give birth naturally. And I just wasn't doing that. I wanted the drugs, okay? So anesthesiologist comes in and he tries to give me the epidural. I'm thinking, I know how it goes. You gotta be real still, bend over, When I tell y'all my epidural didn't work, like, he couldn't even get it in my bag.
So I'm just like, okay, like, isn't this your job? Get this shit in now.
After 4 failed epidurals, the anesthesiologist was like shook. He was like, never in the history of me giving epidurals has this happened. 4 failed epidurals, something's not right. Okay. He calls his colleague. His colleague comes in and he tries, and after freaking 20 minutes of him trying, he finally gets it in. I only felt the epidural in like half my body. So I'm like, okay, like, what's up? Like, what we gonna do? Because I just don't think this is, like, I feel like half of my body is numb and the other half is just working. Like, this is not gonna be good. The colleague tries it again, takes it out, we have to do it again. So at this point, this is like the 6th time that they've tried, and I'm just starting to get worried because I'm just like, okay, I may have to just do this naturally. After the 6th try, he finally got it in. I was happy because honestly, like, picture sitting there for an hour and a half, having contractions, having to keep still. Like, it was a little traumatic a little bit, but I'm like, okay, I got this. Don't worry about it. Like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Either the epidural is gonna work or it's not, and you're just gonna have to push this baby out because the baby has to come out. But it did work at that time, and I was able to get some rest. At this time, it might have been like 10 o'clock at night. The doctor came in, checked me again, and I was about 3.5, 4 centimeters dilated. Now, I've been in labor all day, so I was like, this doesn't seem right. Like, I've been in labor all day, and I'm only 3.5 to 4 centimeters dilated. Like, are you serious? So I'm starting to get concerned, but I'm like, okay, I still have time. I've only been here for like maybe 11, 12 hours, so maybe I'm just tripping or whatever. As the night goes on, I start to feel the contractions in my back and my bum. So I'm like, okay, maybe the epidural isn't working in the areas I want it to work.
Like, really, how are you going to have contractions everywhere besides where they need to be? Like, in my butt, and in my back. Like, make it make sense. Like, you couldn't just be normal and have it in my stomach. Yeah, something to say when you come out, like, for real. Like, we gotta have a talk. Like, don't go to sleep.
Immediately when he come
Yeah,
out?
don't go to sleep. Like, it's not that time.
What if he argue back?
And we gonna get left, right, and middle. You know, it's not that time. It's come when you come out. Like, it's time to talk.
You gonna set him straight for the rest of his life, huh?
Yeah, he put me through hell for the past 24 hours.
It's been more than 24 hours now. You know, she's fed up. Cairo, baby, you gonna have to come out. You doing a lot in there. A lot, but not enough. We are ready to see you. Come on. Mama is tired.
Mama is hungry.
And on top of that, my blood pressure kept dropping. So the nurses kept rushing in, and it was like, listen, your blood pressure keeps dropping. We're going to have to give you some shots to keep it up. So I was like, so why is my blood pressure dropping? He was like, well, it's in response to the epidural. Your body isn't responding great. So I'm just like, okay, like, I'm getting concerned. What's happening? I was in pain all night long, and the next morning came.
Morning. How you feeling?
I'm ready for baby to come. I'm ready for babies to come.
Cairo said, no, sis.
Better say yes, it's today. Yes, it's
Look at this, y'all. 24 hours later, and the edges are still very much so edging. Okay.
yes.
It's, what time is it now?
It is 9:11.
Huh?
9:11.
It's 9:11.
Almost been here for 23 hours.
It's been 23 hours at this point. So, we'll see how much longer we got to go.
And hopefully not too long.
My mama's looking good. She's glowing. So, we getting there.
They checked me again, and I was only about 5 centimeters dilated. So at this point, we're about 24 hours in, and I'm still not dilating how I should be.
No, I'm shook, okay? Like, shook, like...
Is my baby in distress? Like, and plus, I had a belly monitor on the entire time, so I was listening to his heart rate. It seemed like it was good when I wasn't contracting, but as soon as I was contracting, like, his heart rate would drop. So I'm like, I'm concerned. My blood pressure keeps dropping. His heart rate keeps dropping. I'm like, I'm not dilating. What's next? What are we gonna do? 10 o'clock the next day, nurses, the doctors, surgeons, they all come in at the same time. And it was like, listen, we didn't want to do this, but we are gonna have to get you in the OR for an emergency C-section because it's not looking good. You're not doing well, baby's not doing well. We're gonna have to figure this out. Now, at this point, I'm shook. I'm gonna show you that footage. I gotta show that footage because I was shook. And in the footage, trust me, like, I didn't look like it because I was trying to not cry, but I wanted to cry.
So y'all. We're going in for a C-section. How you feeling, Monet? Hey, Mom. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so I legit wanted to cry. Like, I was like, how did I go from being excited early yesterday, chilling with my friends, like playing games on my phone, to like a whole emergency C-section. I just could not believe this was happening. Like, this is crazy. When I tell y'all, when it came in, I was in the OR like 5 minutes later. Like, I was in the OR. Like, they was like, okay, get on up. Who do you want to be in there when you deliver? Like, they gave me some type of medication that just my entire body went numb, and I was like out of it. So I was like half sleep, half woke, and I was in the OR within 5 minutes. That entire process seemed like it was quick. They transferred me to the operating table and strapped my arms. See, this is the part that got me. They strapped your arms like this, and I'm like,
Wait, hold up. Like, what are y'all
doing? Like, it gave me oxygen, and next thing you know, they were going to work. Honestly, I don't remember much. I really don't. I remember the next time I looked at the clock, it was like 12. My baby was born at 12:22, but it was like 12 something. I felt like a whole lot of digging and pulling and stuffing and whatever I don't know. But I was in and out, like I said. So like, I fell asleep a little bit and I woke back up, and I fell asleep and I woke back up. My mom was in the room with me, so, but after what seemed like forever, I heard my baby cry. So I'm like, oh wow. So he's here, he's warm, you know. And I was so excited, but like I said, I was still out of it. And I think once they showed me the baby, I knocked out, because the next thing I remember, I was in the freaking recovery room and my mom had my baby, and I was just like, I'm alive. Like, I'm alive, I'm here. Like, and that was just the beginning of the worst, because recovery, I'm not even gonna lie. People say that people who have C-sections, like, that's not real birth, but I feel like it's worse, honestly. I would pay to have another baby vaginally before I deal with C-section and the scar and everything that comes with it, because it's bad.
Hey guys, so as you can see, baby is here. Baby actually came 2 days ago on September 30th, and everything started off okay, and then it just wasn't. So I'm still here in the hospital with baby. I'll be here for 4 days. Well, by the time I leave, it'll be 4 days. Like I said, everything started off great, and then it just wasn't. I ended up having an emergency C-section. I was in labor for 26 hours, and me and the baby were both showing signs of distress, so they decided to move forward with a C-section. But I'm going to tell you guys about that when I get home. I'm trying to rest up. I'm on a lot of medication. So I'm trying to rest up for now, and I'll let you guys know what actually happened when I get home. But yeah.
So after that, everything was pretty much smooth sailing. I had to stay in the hospital for 5 days. That was a long time. It was very annoying, but I had to stay in the hospital for 5 days, and you know, the nurses and the doctors, they were very nice and they were very caring. So I was thankful for that. But it was a time. It was a time. And not to scare people, because, you know, you just never know. When you're giving birth, you think you're going in the hospital and it's going to be vaginal, it's going to be cool. And then once things get started, anything can shift at any time. So now I know, like, I probably won't ever have another baby, but I know now that anything can happen at any given time, and you just have to roll with it, and you just have to adapt. That's it. Like, But that's all I got for you guys, folks. Like, I'm here, I'm alive. See all you moms out there, good luck. Cause mine was crazy, but trust and believe. Once your baby is here, all of that shit goes out the window. Bye, friends.